What is up, guys? Welcome back to yet another brand new Major Bin gaming video. I hope you guys are having an awesome day as always. And today we're talking about physical games, right? I've just grabbed a little handful here. I have plenty more down there and even more Switch games below on this side. But I'm talking about why I've gone towards physical gaming more and more, even going into this year when there's constant talks about physical games dying, physical media being phased out, and, you know, less stores selling these physical games now. But I'm still sticking with it. Until it dies, I am not going to be jumping ship. I will buy physicals until we stop. And I want to talk about why, and also just why I enjoy buying games for a collection, and talk about perhaps some of the games I've got here in my hand, just a few, and just go through what I bought recently. Perhaps I'll do a collection update video if you guys would be interested in that at the end of every month. I just do what I've bought this month, collection update. So, anyway, why I've recently switched a little bit more. As you guys will all know, I've been a big PC gamer and a big Xbox Series X gamer with things like Game Pass, and also just, you know, quick resume on the Series X was so good, I went very digital on that platform. And now I've been hearing more and more rumors about Xbox games coming to PlayStation, and Xbox maybe not making consoles in the future, or basically no point in buying one if there is one because the games are on PS5. I've kind of jumped ship a little bit from the Xbox brand because I feel so stupid investing any money in a digital game where I might not be able to play that on a console anymore. And people might say, oh, well, what about the Play Everywhere feature on Xbox? Well, Play Everywhere sucks. If you buy a game on Xbox and you try and play it on PC, the chances are you're not going to get that game through the Windows Store. You're certainly not getting it on Steam, so Play Everywhere is absolute crap. If you're able to buy a game on the Series X and then that game would be in your Steam library, then I'd say fine, brilliant. You've got a little bit more game preservation there. But no, I have started to buy physical copies more and more because I just enjoy the fact that I can pop a disc in. And I know people say these days that with discs, they're not really discs anymore, they're just keys to a download. No, there are actually quite a few games on PlayStation where if you just disconnect your PS5 from the internet entirely, pop the disc in, you can play whatever version is available on this. Yes, there may be some more bugs in a game, but the point is you could play it offline. Motorbike going past. You can play a lot of PlayStation games offline if you wanted to, and that's the same with the Nintendo Switch, which I do have a collection building there as well. So that's why. And also, I like just owning a physical game. Now, currently, I'm playing through Final Fantasy VII, the remake Intergrade version. I'm playing that on PS5 right now. I'm about literally just started chapter 9, actually. And I'm loving this game. It's my first ever Final Fantasy game. You guys will probably completely grill me for that. This is the first Final Fantasy game I've ever played. As I said, I've been more of an Xbox fan in my life, and now I'm going towards PlayStation, and there's some brilliant games, brilliant stuff in this game here. I'm absolutely loving it, and I'm playing this one first because my friend told me I have to before playing the Final Fantasy VII Intergrade, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Intergrade. No, the other one. Whatever one's coming. Rebirth, sorry. Rebirth is coming later on this month, so I have to play this. I've recently just picked up Resident Evil 4. As you can see, it's still sealed. I'm extremely excited to play this. I never played the original either. I got stuff like Stray recently, which is really cool. Again, I'll do a collection update at the end. For Spoken, I might dive into that at some point. Dredge, if you haven't played this, I know it's sealed, but I've already played this game. It's absolutely phenomenal and is a really fun game to play. I got something like Agent, which I don't know anything about. You know, Lego Star Wars, Callisto Protocol I got here, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I got some amazing titles here physically. And what I was going to say before I started getting into what games I've got is I like having this little thing on my shelf where I can just be like, I love that game. And in 10 years' time, I have that game sitting on a shelf somewhere. I can still put it in my PS5, play the game as I did 10 years before, if we're all still here on this planet these days. That's always worrying. But I love having this little almost time capsule of a thing to just look at on my shelf and be like, man, I loved when I first played that game through, and it's there. It's like part of me. It might sound weird and probably very sad. I get insulted so much on my YouTube channel about saying nice things like that, where it's just like, it's only personal. It doesn't have to mean that you have to do the same thing, just to say. Like, I just like having this there. I can go to my shelf and be like, wow, I had a great time playing that game. I might pick it up and play it again. And I know you could do that with a digital library on PlayStation, but it's not the same. There's something nice about waiting on a Friday afternoon when you finish work. You've got the new pre-ordered game that you've got coming through your letterbox. And we have letterboxes here in the UK. If you guys have like things at the end of your garden or whatever, I don't know. But there's something exciting about that. Just getting a game through your door, being excited, putting it in the PS5, installing it, or your Switch, or your Xbox, whatever you want to do, and just playing that game. And it's just something about that, and having something to have is really nice. And also, I'm not gonna lie, I have some decent like limited run games on Switch and a few limited run on PS5 that have massively increased in value. And that's another thing. Maybe one day I might be in debt and I might need something to sell. I can go on eBay and just list these games and sell them. In fact, I've actually done this before. About 4 or 5 years ago, I talked about this in a video. I actually got into some debt because my car turbo blew up and it cost like $3,000 to fix it or something ridiculous like that. And yeah, I actually had to sell some video games back then when I used to be a bit more of a physical collector, and it helped pay for stuff. It got me out of a very sticky situation. And I'm not saying it's a good investment. Obviously, if you're pre-ordering every game and then you're selling it and for half the price, so £70, and then you're selling it for 35, then that's not very good. But when you have a bigger collection built up from games that you've got off eBay or you've won bids on where you've got decent offers, then yes, you can help. You're not having that investment where you've bought games on PlayStation Store or Xbox Store. You can never get any of that money back. A single penny of that money is never coming back to your account. That is gone. And if that store shuts down, like we're hearing about Xbox and what they're going to do, we've got the update this Thursday, we have no idea what the future is. They could come out and say, yeah, we're completely revising the brand. This is the last console. We're going to push towards PC more. Your Xbox library is gone. It's tied to that console. Yes, you have it on that console, but it's gone. There's no carrying it forward to another system. No carrying it forward to PC. You've lost everything. At least if I have a physical collection and PlayStation doesn't exist in the future, and I think, well, I'm not going to play these games again, I can sell it to somebody online who's willing to pay for it. Even if it's 10p, for God's sake, you get some sort of money back from a physical library. And personally, that's important to me with things you don't know what's happening in the future, with finances and the way the world is right now. It's something that's just important. And when I spend £70 on like the new Final Fantasy when it comes out at the end of this month, I don't feel so bad because I know I could get some of that money back, but I'm not going to sell them if I don't have to. I want to kind of collect. As I said, I like having a collection. But yeah, if I needed to, I have that option to sell and get some of the money back. So that's another thing I just like about physical game collecting. But anyway, that's the route I'm going forward. I'm buying all my games physically now. I have been for a good couple of months now. Switch as well. I love physical. It's so easy to just buy a little case and put the cartridges in when you go out or whatever. It's not difficult to carry them around. They're very small, so that's also really nice. As I said, I built a Switch collection up too. So as of now, at the end of each month, I will go through some games that I've bought at the end of that month and just talk about what I think about those games. And yeah, just do a little collection update. If you guys want to see that sort of stuff, I'll start doing that on the channel. And one thing I do want to say is actually, you could check my PSN profiles out. It's just YT Major Ben. I actually recently got the Platinum Trophy for Cuphead, and I am so proud of it. I may talk about it in a video at some point. I don't know. I wish I'd recorded the gameplay. You can check my PSN profiles. I'm not lying. I have the platinum for that game, and it was really hard. One of the biggest achievements I've done in gaming. That was just really cool. So I might start doing maybe some platinum stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some videos on that at some point. But thank you for watching this one. That was it for today, and we'll talk about some more stuff in the next video. Bye bye for now.